Wake up, black people. This is not a song. This is a warning. This is for every black mother who buried a child. Every black child who never got the chance to become great. Every elder who remembers when the community stood together. And above all, this is dedicated to the black woman. The first teacher, the first nurturer, the first protector, the foundation of the family. Without a sacrifice, without a strength, without a love, yeah, many of us wouldn't be here today. Wake up, black people. Wake up, black people. Wake up, black people, look around and see the war ain't overseas, it's right in our streets. Young kings killing kings before they 23. Then another mother crying on the evening news feed. Another little baby growing up without a dad. Another young sister carrying trauma from the past. Another grandmother praying while she holding back tears, watching violence multiply year after year. We scream for justice when the world does us wrong, but how we gonna rise if we destroy our own? Every funeral, another dream laid to rest. Every casket, another wound in the community's chest. The ancestors didn't survive for us to die like this. Didn't fight through oppression for us to live like this. Somewhere we lost the code, somewhere we lost the way. And if we don't change now, what future can we save? Wake up, black people. The babies need us now. Wake up, black people. The mothers need us now. Protect our women, protect our children, protect our elders. Let's rebuild our village. Wake up, black people. Yeah. Wake up, black people.
All right, there that is, man. All right, here I am, and there you are. A little snafu right there, man. I apologize, everybody, man. Shit, I'm 15 minutes behind, but hey, better late than never. First and foremost, man, I'm gonna send mine out to everybody, man. Happy Friday, man. Peaceful Friday, safe Friday. You know, we're going into what they call the weekend. All right, going to it strong, man. Knowing that you got to be, the pilot of the ship. You got to be the one to navigate whatever tomorrow brings. You know what I mean? You're the one navigating, guiding you, the vessel. All right, just keep that in mind, everybody. Here I am, and there you are. Like I said, man, it's always a blessing. I'm fortunate to be here. I appreciate that. First and foremost, man, I want to send some shots out to some of the brothers and sisters in the community, man. Soldier Denise, for one. Sister Lasyke, another. I want to send out a shout out to Tough, man. Philip Lester, Fred Griffin, Ronald Simpson, Big Hoove, Cell Dog, man. Dre, Baby Spike, OG Duck, Porky, and Rockhead, man. And there's a reason why I'm doing this, man, or sending those shots out to these brothers. Now, one I named may not attend, but hopefully if I reach him in time, he will, because I think it's significant to have these type of individuals in our get out. And these are all brothers I named because what we're trying to drop August the 10th, it's been my assignment, man, to bring these 10 brothers in, man, to speak to what they offer to the community, more specifically to the children, you know what I mean? But don't leave it at that. It's the community, man, that these brothers work towards and work for, in terms of trying to improve it, make it better, than what we see it or as we see it today. So shouts out to them brothers, man. The Get Out August 10th is called Protect the Seed. The location is the Family Source Center Children's Collective. That's at 915 West Manchester Boulevard in LA. This event is RSVP, so that's the only way you can get in. Contact me through our website here on this Get Out, man. If those of you want to come and jump in, man, you're more than welcome to do that. All right. That being said, man, again, man, I just want to send them shots out to them brothers again, man. All right. These are some solid brothers, man. They're doing their thing in their communities, and not only their communities that they're locked into, they're about the community. And I take that as wherever, man, their services can help, support, and provide for the people. That's where they are. You know what I'm saying? So, shouts out to my brothers, man, each and every one of you. Um, that being said, man, right quick, hey Henry, man, much love and respect, bro. You know what I mean? I appreciate that conversation we had today. Very long. It wasn't drawn out. It was long and insightful, informative. I appreciate your time, bro. Appreciate you for that. All right. Much said, man, and much expected, much received. You know what I'm saying? All right, that's out the way. Um, Yesterday was kind of, in our whole area out here, and I'm in the valley. Not being specific, I'm in the valley, and we had a major power outage, in our whole this vicinity, you know what I mean? And I'm right as I'm about to go on, this shit occurred. And I was like, damn, man, make it seem like I ain't trying to, jump in and do what I do, hang out with the people, focus on the focus, kick it with the RGC and all that. But it wasn't that, man. It was a fact, it was out of my power. I had nothing to do with it, man. If it was up to me, we would have been, together, man, doing what we do, from Monday to Friday. That being said, man, we're up and running, man. And so I appreciate the fact that that is something that we can all see, taking place. Aside from that, I had some shit I want to talk about. I still have it in my toolbar. It's still there, man. And what made me late is, I'm trying to, I'm not rushing or nothing, but I'm messing with stuff, man, I ain't got no business messing with. Because some of this shit I don't get. Some of it, I'm coming along. You know what I mean? I get to pushing buttons, man, and everything disappeared. My first reaction is frustration. Like, what the, or a wife come up here and, hey, man, you screaming and hollering ain't gonna fix it. Brought me back down to earth, man. Brought me back into reality. True enough. Okay, let me see what I can do. And lo and behold, man, ask a few questions, man, to AI, Claude. Say, hey, this is what you do. Boom, boom, boom. Did that. Like, oh, beautiful. So we back on the scene, man. I appreciate that. Let me get in here. I see a head or two, man. Ain't been up in here in a while, and I appreciate seeing him nonetheless. This is Bobby, man. He said, what's up, OG, man? Hey, Bobby, man, straight, just being straight up and straightforward with you, bro. I'm Bub, homie. I don't think I meet that criteria. You know what I mean? As an OG, I would never label myself like that. Now, in my ignorance, when I was younger, I would, striking up shit, even back in the day, I could recall this shit, hitting up on walls and shit, writing OG, not just me, but everybody else that was in our clique, our crew. And that wasn't the case, you know what I mean? That just was, this mindset we had thinking that we was these people, about some or whatever the case may have been. That ain't the truth, man. It wasn't then, it ain't now. I'm no one's OG. I'm Bub, man. I'm a brother, man. I'm from where y'all from, the dirt, from the city. I come out of urban areas just like all the rest of you guys, you know what I mean? Um, my role is what it is, you know what I mean? It ain't the role, I'm from the community that I'm from, but that ain't what I'm pushing. You know, I'm just a brother, man. I'm another brother, man, in the community of communities, man. And I'm serving the purpose of the people. If it, you know, I'm serving the purpose of the community. Put it like that, man. So I appreciate you nonetheless, bro. I hear you. I see you. You know what I mean? Like I said, I appreciate you tapping in too, bro. Queen and Zinga say, rise up, raise up black people. Happy Friday. Peace and blessings to the RGC. That's the Royal Group Congregation, man. B1 equals black first. Unapologetically, man, but respectfully. We're talking about us first, man. I think this is part of our problem in our community. We don't know how to put us first, and I think that's bad business, man. We have to learn how to start appreciating who we are individually as well as collectively. And in that respect, in that way, I think we begin to grasp on, get hold of, you know what I mean, who we are as individuals, but more so as a unit. All right. We are the black nation, man, here in this nation. You know what I'm saying? So that, man, always uphold that, always push that, man. We're part of a unit. Whether we, many of us or any of us acknowledge it, we have to get to that point to where we get to understand. We focus on the focus and come to know that we are a part of a unit. Period. Point blank. All right. It ain't about where I'm from. It's about, okay, where the fuck am I going? Where are we going? You know what I mean? Where are we going? See, from where I'm from, I already know. You know, I know that road. I know that road. It didn't take me nowhere, man. Let me be 100. It took me to prison. It didn't take me to political independence. It didn't take me to financial independence, social independence, educational independence. It didn't take me nowhere where I needed to be. And that would be the same. That would go the same for each and every one of y'all, man. Where we from ain't took us nowhere where we, in terms of where we're supposed to be, not just as individuals, but as a people. All right. So I say that to say, hey, man, I know where I come from, but I know as well, based on how we was going about this thing, man, we didn't get nowhere doing that. We didn't get nowhere representing that. We didn't get nowhere as being a part of that, man. So that means something's wrong with this get at. All right. And it's up on us. It's on us to change that situation. All right. I'm gonna leave that alone, move on. Like I say, Bobby, appreciate you say 440 jewels. Appreciate that. Uncle Alert. All love and respect, bro. Appreciate that. Real shit. Antonio, what it do, loved one? As always, love and salute, homie. Salute. All right, Raymond Scott, what it do, man? You already know, man. Peace, prosperity, you and your family, immediate as well as extended. All love and respect goes out to the Rays, man, from Pasadena, Inglewood to LA. You know how we do, man. I mean that. All right. Real spit. Good to see you back up in here. And may you and yours be well, homie. Everything is everything, man. Continue to build, bro. Continue to build. Bobby say respect, man. Right back to you, bro. Raymond Scott said, man, I was checking out a brother named Creeps channel. He speaks similar to you. Invited him to the chat. He told me he has the utmost respect for your podcast. Appreciate that. I'm gonna write that down. Creeps. I mean, is that the channel though, Roscoe? Because you already know, bro. I'll go and tap in quick as hell. Creeps channel. I don't know if it's called Creeps channel or what, but let me know, bro. All right, appreciate you too dropping that, that line to him and letting him know to tap in, man. That's all love and respect. Appreciate you for that, bro. Real spit. All right. So look, man, I had some shit set up yesterday, and like I say, man, that power outage, that shit happened, man, and wasn't nothing I can do about that, right? I didn't feel good about it, but I got hold of myself, and I was more in control emotionally yesterday than I was 10 minutes ago. Let me check myself. Let me tell the truth. I said, all right, hold on. Wife came and say, man, what you doing? I said, oh yeah, you right, boom. But I got some shit lined up, man. And I think it's paramount. I think it's imperative we understand, what I'm gonna drop, man. We can talk about it like we always do. Our topics, our subjects, on our discussions. We can debate about it as well. First and foremost, man, I want to hit y'all with this right here. You know, and I'm doing this. It, I'm doing this to pay homage to all the Leos in the land. You know what I'm saying? I'm a Leo myself, you know what I mean? And I kind of understand how we do, what we do, why we do. All right, the channel is Do Rock Creek. Got you. All right, I'm gonna go check him out for sure, for sure. Yeah, this is the month of the Leo. And I'll make it a point to, if for those of you who are into that, you know what I mean? I am and I'm not, but I know I'm a Leo, and it might be something to that. I don't know. But yeah, I want to drop this for the Leos, man. Just a quick shout out, man. And let them know, man, I see y'all, man, and I feel you. I know what it is. Uh-oh. True that. True that. Very selective. Very selective. And I have to say I'm loyal sometimes to a fault, but I'm real I'm real objective when it comes to individuals, coming into my circle. You know what I mean? Respectfully, I can give a damn whether or not you let me in yours or not. I think, and this is how we should be anyway, with ourselves. Whether or not you let me into yours doesn't matter. You know what I mean? I think when I align myself with somebody, I'm doing it based upon not what the fuck they say, but how they get down. And does that align with how I get down? You know what I mean? So this is how I label and, assign those who I, say, this is my friend, you know what I mean? And quite, just to be quite honest, I don't have a lot. I don't have a lot of friends, you know what I mean? There are lot of individuals that I love and respect. But I think when we're talking about friends, that's on a whole nother level. That's on a whole nother level. You know what I mean? So, so what she said in that respect, I agree with. Right. Each and every one of us should take that seriously, regardless, whether you're Leo or not. Mhm. Mhm. Real spit, man. Gotta love it. Gotta love it. Yes, I shout out to the Leos, all right? Shout out to the Leos. Straight up, man. Straight up. All right, now I want to shift gears right quick. Something occurred yesterday that I got wind of. Najee Ali was pushing this movement in terms of waking up the people about an establishment in LA called the Coffee Company, I think. Anyway, the proprietor, the owner of this company, allegedly said some things in regard to blacks and their dollars. A brother had went in and had a question for this guy. The owner's name is Gus. He asked Gus, "Why are your veggie patties so expensive?" And Gus's response immediate was, "I don't need black dollars. I don't need you." You know what I mean? That was and that's damn near verbatim. So the brother was like, "Damn, I just asked you a question about your prices, and you didn't went left field on me." So I don't know. That could be a result of black fatigue on Gus's part. You know what I mean? But in any respect, why would any proprietor, business owner, talk to a customer in that manner or in that way? Not be just say what you mean. That's cool. Mean what you say. That's even better. But show respect to someone who is catering to your business or patronizing your business. You know what I mean? The brother said that was the whole opposite. So in response, he got hold of Najee Ali, I think that's his name, and that brother went to the business, and the manager, this Mexican guy, comes out and he's belligerent, and it made me think that, oh, he's just he's projecting what the owner is probably projecting when they have their moments before opening and or closing. That's how I took it, bro. You know what I mean? I don't know from 1 minute to the next what the real situation was, but I do know um the manager came out and was like, "Hey, in my opinion, not just rude, in my opinion, was disrespectful." And I'm wondering, okay, when bro gonna knock him on the chin, you know? And let me first say that ain't always the solution to a problem. All right, I'll be the first to admit that. But that was my thought, you know. Anyway, I got that clip. I want to show that clip. I want to show that clip, and then I want to show Gus coming the next day with the brother Ali and saying whatever it is he's saying. Uh, in any respect, I don't agree with neither one, but that's neither here nor there. All right, hold on, hold on. Let me get this shit correct for us, y'all. So this is the first. This is the initial interaction with brother Ali and the manager of the coffee company. I'm pretty sure that's the name of the place. All right, and here you go.
Hey, family, Najee back. I got this clown behind me, the manager.
Now, why he came off calling him a clown in the initial stages of him recording, I don't know. So something had transpired or went down before he started recording to make him think or feel like he had to refer to dude as a clown. All right, but check out the essay, man, the whole time.
One of the most. No, hey, no, you're a clown. I'm not going nowhere. You a clown. This is the manager. Okay, no, your owner caused a disturbance when he disrespected black people, saying he don't need black dollars. Okay, no, he disrespected black people. He said he does not need black people. Okay, call the owner. Call the owner. Call the owner. Okay, call the owner. Call the owner. Okay, you disrespected black people. No, if you go inside, it won't be no disturbance. You're not welcome. I'm welcome wherever I go. Okay, hey, yeah, we're gonna protest, and so what? We got a right to protest. First Amendment rights. We have a right to freedom of speech, freedom of protest. Okay, and that's what we plan on doing Saturday. Now, this could have been resolved, but the manager's acting like an idiot. No, he's an idiot. All I wanted to do was speak to an owner. Then go inside. You don't want to be recorded. Okay, you don't even know the law. No, you don't even know the law. Go inside and do your job. Go inside and do your job. I would have been gone. Okay, go inside and do your job. You're harassing me. You're harassing me. Okay, all right. Black people show up Saturday, coffee house, protest. They are anti-black.
Coffee house. I said coffee company. Coffee house.
They are anti-black. Stop spending your money with people who are anti-black. This guy's anti-black. Okay, owner's racist. Okay, hey brother, you're not on camera. He's on camera though. Okay, but the owner made some racist comments, and the manager, instead of contacting the owner, doesn't want to do it. I ain't gotta make no appointment. You call the owner. You want to call the police instead? No, you're causing a disturbance. Go inside. All you gotta do is leave me alone. Leave me alone. Go inside. Leave me alone. Okay, that's all you gotta do. Then go inside. You can't stop me. You're outside. No, you're outside. You're outside. Okay.
Right quick, man. I got a couple of observances, man, in this clip. So you see black people just moving about, going in and out of this get down, and none of them saying, "Hey, what's going on?" In this climate, and this should apply to any of us, man or woman, as long as we're black. When we see something of this nature taking place, we should want to know what's happening. We should want to know what's happening, whether or not you agree with it. You don't have to agree with it, but be informed. Be informed. What's going on, Ali? What's happening here? Da da da. And rather than say, man, I don't want to be on camera or keep going in and not trying to figure out what the issue is, man. I think it's a disservice, man. It's a disservice to the community, man. Whether you agree with it or not, I still think, man, we should always take the initiative to find out what's happening with this brother, what's going on with this sister. What's up? So you or anyone can make the determination whether or not we're gonna be on code. You get what I'm saying? So that just makes sense to me, man. And again, it's a lot going on here in this piece, man, that I don't know, I probably would have handled differently, and ain't no telling what the outcome would have been. But I noticed the belligerence of this essay right here, man. He got an issue. Yeah, for real. Going inside. You already called the police. What you out here, am I getting down for? You know what I mean? So that goes to say, man, yeah, man, they say a whole lot of shit. These businesses that are ran or owned by non-black people. Believe and know, man, most of them, they that way, man. They're that way. They're that way. And most of their employees, because they also may be non-black, are that way, So, you got to take this shit for what it's worth, man. Don't just take for granted that, hey, man, nah, it ain't no big deal. This brother over here tripping that. No, man, find out what's happening. Find out what's happening, man. have enough heart and courage to say, hey man, what's going on? Because that brother could be in trouble. That sister could be in imminent danger or trouble. You know?
Okay. Now I'm on public property. Now I'm on the street. Now I'm on the street. Now I'm on the street. Told you he's a straight clown. I'm on the public sidewalk. I have go inside. Go inside. Okay. You could have called the owner. Okay, this is the coffee company. Protest Saturday morning, y'all. We need every black people to be at the coffee company.
Okay, it is the coffee company. I was correct. I'll stand corrected again.
Saturday morning, the coffee company, 8751. There's the address, 8751 La Tijera Boulevard in Sepulveda, the Eastway. Saturday morning, we need black folks. We need black LA to show up and our allies to show up and speak out against racism at the coffee company, So y'all see that, family? This is the coffee company, 8751 coffee company, right off Sepulveda, the Eastway and La Tijera Boulevard. So as I stated, came here peacefully, but we have First Amendment rights, freedom of speech, freedom of protest as well, freedom of assembly. And instead of him contacting the owner so we can get this resolved with an apology publicly by him, he chose to escalate it instead of de-escalating it. And with that, I'm going to sign off now. But as promised, y'all tagged me. I pulled up and showed up. And Saturday, asking everyone who has time to come by and protest. And if you can't come by, contact the report this business on Yelp. Report this business on Yelp. It's being racist towards black people. And this ain't over with, because I'm going to contact the person he actually disrespected and make sure that he knows that we got his back. So y'all can stop tagging me and messaging me. I pulled up as usual. All right, family, I'm out of here. Peace.
All right, that was the initial get down, right? By this brother, man, Najee Ali. And today he dropped another one with the proprietor, the owner, who goes by the name of Gus. All right. So let's check that out, man. Let's see about that one. I got it in here somewhere. All right. Hold on. Let's get that thing up in here. All right, there you go. All right. So now this is Gus responding to whatever took place with the brother at his business, his establishment. Let me get up in here right quick. Make sure we do this right.
Boom. Hey, family. This is Najee Ali with the owner of the coffee company, Gus. Many of you have seen the social media that's going all across the internet, and had a chance to meet with Gus. And
is Gus a little black hat? I don't know. I'm kind of getting that vibe, and they know that I don't know. I don't want to. Does Gus come off as a little black hat? I don't know.
I can't speak for Speaker Jermaine. I can't speak for Gus, but Gus is here to speak for himself.
So the brother who made the complaint, he's in Facebook, goes by the name of Speaker Jermaine.
Folks, this is an unfortunate incident that happened, basically resulted in some sort of a miscommunication. The young man misunderstood me. I was not very happy.
The brother phone ringing, he won't push the button. Damn, bro.
He was upset, and I just told him, I said, maybe you should not eat here today, and some other time. And the young man probably took it the wrong way. I've been in the community for 33 years at the coffee company, and 90% of my business is black customers of mine. And the community of Inglewood, Ladera Heights, that's what I basically serve.
All right, be that as it may, 90% of his customers are black. What does that mean? Most Asian shops, maybe 100% of their customers are black. And yet we know how they interact with us. All right. So, that means nothing. That's spit, man. That's spit on the ground. It don't mean shit. Um, he admitted to something. He say it was an unfortunate incident. So already he kind of, something occurred. He admits it. It was an unfortunate incident. And he's not talking about Najee Ali and the manager. He's talking about Speaker Jermaine, I think. You know what I mean? So something did occur. Some did occur, you know.
Majority, 90, over 90%. So it's an unfortunate miscommunication. I hope you all come in here and see what we do in real time and how we treat you.
So now it's about, okay, so he didn't got wind. Oh shit, my business is in jeopardy. Blacks are mounting up against anybody who go against or who present themselves to be, disrespectful, racist towards blacks. They're affecting those businesses. So now I think this is damage control. I don't care what nobody say, man. You know what I mean? This is damage control. Again, one, he admitted that there was some an unfortunate incident that took place. What was that? What was that? You know what I mean? Say what it was. Instead, he go on to say, hey, but 90% of my customers are black. So basically, I'll be a fool to do this. Yeah, man. So with the Asians, it never stopped them from being the way they are towards us. And the fact of the matter is, it don't stop none of them from that. Because in their minds, we're gonna come spend our dollars anyway. They can disrespect us all they want. We're not on code. And they know this to a large degree. They know we're not on code. They know they can disrespect a black man or a black woman, a child, put their hands on them. And for the most part, we won't do nothing to help our brothers and sisters, our children. They know this shit. They can disrespect one of us and be like, we're opening up tomorrow, man, and I guarantee we'll probably make tomorrow than we did the day before. That's how I see that, bro. You know, yeah. It would it be best if we got Speaker Jermaine's side of it? Yeah, all right. But from where I stand, Speaker Jermaine specifically said, and I got to go find it. He said basically just asked the man, why is your food so high? I went and looked in the comments, man, from Najee Ali, not this particular clip, but the one before that I just showed. And people who go to that establishment, they all say the prices are astronomical, and they want to know why are the prices so high. Because man, this is just another tactic, another way they do business with us. We get word of mouth, we get lip service for this business, and before you know it, in our community, the word of mouth is, oh, the coffee company is the shit. So that traffic start coming in. They get to thinking, man, these motherfuckers dumb. I'm gonna charge their asses $10 for a cup of coffee, $7 for a donut, some croissant or something. You know what I mean? Come on, man. This shit is all about exploitation, bro. That's what it is, And I think because he know the hammer may come down on him in his business, he got to come and do damage control. That's come on, man. He got to. When we was in the streets, man, and peddling that poison back in the day, we might have did some stupid shit with one of the people that was addicted to that shit. But we knew that this person was coming to me. So when we saw him again, hey man, here go a little something, man. I'm my bad for that. Da, 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 da. But the mindset, the point is, we knew where we were getting our money from. So we did damage control. You might give him a little $5, $10 dub, hey man, keep that money flowing, keep that person coming. That ain't no different, man, than what we hear him saying. It's no different. It's no different.
Thank you.
So you do want customers. You do want our black dollars.
you kidding
You
me?
want everybody's dollars.
Well,
He wants green.
I appreciate what you have done for us at the coffee company and how you made the coffee company so popular. It's you.
How many black employees does he have or does he employ? How many times have he come into the black community? He's been established since 1978. That would give him 20, 46, 47, 48 years in business, 90% of his business being black. How many times have he went into any black community and said, hey, for damn near 50 years of business with doing business with you people, here go A, B, and C. You know? So yeah, where are coffee shops? So that we don't have to put up with this type of stuff, man. You know, I'm just saying, think about that. Think about that. Yeah, he want our business. How many of his family members have we put through college? Mortgages we saved, bank accounts that we've, made fat. How many cars? How many other businesses have they opened as a result of our patronizing his establishment? And again, how many times have he come behind annually and said, hey, here, black community, thank you. You know, him saying I appreciate something as opposed to him saying, here, I appreciate something are two different things, man. And again, if we're going to hold Asians' feet to the fire in instances like this, man, come on, y'all. Come on, man. It only makes sense to do the same. And this is what I was saying a week ago, a month ago. We can't be selective. We have to be all inclusive with these demographics, these people who have these businesses that we cater, that we go and spend our money with, man. We have to hold them all to the same damn, requirements or get down, bro. It can't be selective. It can't be selective because I'm telling you, man, they pick us apart like this. They pick us apart, man.
And we're just caretaker of it. Please understand that there was a miscommunication. I hope the young man to come back here and talk to.
There was a miscommunication. I hope the young man come back. So he's admitting that something actually transpired. Something happened. Like, come on. Come on, man.
To me in person, I would never say such a thing, such a racist words come out of my mouth. For somebody who's been in this community, which is very tight, and I know it, and I've been a big part of it, and I enjoy it. So welcome to come to the coffee company and see us.
Well, thank you, Gus. And certainly, I can't speak for Speaker Jermaine, but I'm going to give Gus Speaker Jermaine's cell phone number. That way, you and him can have a private conversation, talk about it, and see can you two move on. At the end of the day, I still will see everyone tomorrow at 10 o'clock, and I'll have a special announcement for those that show up, because at the end of the day, we must have unity in our community first and foremost, support black-owned businesses, and then that way we can have our own self-empowerment. But Gus, I want to thank you for meeting with me, because you didn't have to. I wish your manager would have just called you yesterday, and this would have been much easier. But anyway, that's water under the bridge. So everyone have a great Friday. I'm going to prayer. A great weekend. But Saturday, 10 o'clock, I'll see everyone outside. God bless y'all. Thank you, Gus. All right.
Yeah, I'll be there. I'll be there front center, 10 o'clock in the morning, man. I'm just saying, man. So, see, I'm gonna tell you, I'm gonna say this, man, and I say it respectfully to our brothers and sisters, man. In a lot of respects, we're not on code. And again, man, they see this, they know this, man. They divide and conquer. That's the system. That's the playbook. And so these entrepreneurs, these business owners, these proprietors of business that we frequent, they know this shit. They can do some disrespectful things to one of us or any of us, and then majority of us will be like, oh man, he must have said something stupid. Even I don't care if he did. That does not warrant disrespect, brutality, assault, or any of that shit. You know what I mean? I think it's a disservice, man, when anytime any of us, man, we take the helm and lead in a cause that I think is worthwhile. But then 24 hours later or whatever, we kind of, what I mean, the energy ain't there. You know what I mean? The energy's not there. Rather than, and the brother did how he saw fit. Okay, cool. Where was Speaker Jermaine before Gus in this whole thing? You know what I mean? And see, this is where we go wrong at, man. We tend to want to take the side of individuals who have been accused or where allegations are that they have done something wrong to us. We'll go to them first rather than the source or the person who was offended. First and foremost, everybody not going to do the same thing. We're not going to always function in a way or, that would, go and get, we're not going to put what needs to be in front first. A lot of reasons for that. I don't, I can't explain it, but listen, man, anytime one of our people has an accusation, an allegation against somebody, we need to get our brother and sister first and say, hey, man, what happened? See, because get nobody con us, man. Even our own con. We know the business. We know the fucking business. What happened? And from that point on, we're gonna be like, you bullshit, you full of shit, or oh shit. Now we go and we say, hey man, what's happening, Gus? What's happening? And we have our brother, what I mean? If we don't go about things a certain way, man, I'm telling you, man, what we end up doing, man, is we do a disservice, man, to whatever needs to be actually done to rectify a wrong or an offense against any of us. If we don't go about it the right way, if we go about it in a way, man, that we trying to appease somebody else rather than, deal with and correct those wrongs against us, we're doing a disservice, man. I'm not saying that other brother Najee. I'm not saying that. I'm saying though, when we have these type of issues, where did it come from? Let's go to the source first, especially if it's our people. Get that. What happened, man? All right, now let's go talk to Gus. Hey, Gus, this has been alleged, that you've been accused of. Let's see what you got to say, Gus. That's how we should deal with that, man. And we don't deal with that. I'm telling you guys, we're giving ground, to our detractors, to those who hate us, who are jealous of us, who are racist towards us, And again, it's lip service. The whole fucking state, the whole country know that blacks is on the war path right now. A lot of them can't control themselves in terms of saying things they know they ain't got no business to say, especially if it affects their bottom line, their business. You know what I mean? But you can't help themselves. You know what I mean? A lot of them be high on themselves, high on the fact that they think they're superior or what have you, and they'll say some shit. That's a fact, man. That's what they do. But it's our job to make sure we go to the source first, our people. What happened? Boom, got that locked in. Then we go to the Gus's of the world. Hey, man, what's going on? You've been accused of whatever. You take it from there. Gus admitted, oh, it was a misunderstanding. Oh, an unfortunate incident. Gustin said something he had no business saying. Straight up. Ain't no ways around that, man. There ain't no sense of watering nothing down. That energy should never falter. It should never decrease. It should stay the same or it should rise. You know what I mean? And that's just an approach, how we interact with them in terms of, okay, this is what we own. And in fact, hey man, until we get to the bottom of this, we're gonna black this thing out. I'm just saying, bro. I'm just saying. All right, let's get in these comments right quick. I got some more shit for us, man. I was talking the other day about this black organization that wanted to establish um, a black political group or party, a political black party, or black political party. And when I first heard it off the rip, I said, that's some bullshit. I'll tell you why. We'll get to that. I'll explain it to you. But I think for most of us, if we really, get it, understand what, this system is all about, it wouldn't matter, man. If you establish 5 black different political parties up on their platform, their system, that don't mean shit gonna change. They run that shit. That's their shit. That's part of what I'm gonna say about that. But anyway, let's get to these comments right quick, and then we're gonna jump back into these clips. All right. Boom. All right, Antonio. Like I say, man, love and salute, bro. Good to see you up in here. Raymond said, greetings, bud. Peace to you, bro. Hope all is well with your family. Salute to the RGC. That is the Royal Group Congregation, for those of you who don't know. And B1 equals black first. And Bobby say, hey, respect, man. Right back to you, bro. Right back to you. So I did read this, Raymond Scott, where you said, Do Rock Creeps. Check his channel out, man. I'm going to do that. You said I was checking out a brother named Creeps channel. He speaks similar to you. I invited him to the chat. He told me he has the utmost respect for your podcast. I appreciate that. I'm gonna go look at his, and I may be in a position to reciprocate that, man. That praise, man, and that homage, man. Real spit. All right, Antonio, always love, man. Fat Rat say, man, peace to you and RGC Big Bull. Right back to you, Fat Rat. Good to see you up in here, bro. Always. You already know how it go, man. And Roscoe, you see that, man, Fat Rat hitting, asking, about the folks, man, family. And there you go. All right. Queen Nzinga said the manager acts like it's his business. You can tell he don't like us. And again, that's some, So listen, today I went and checked out with a couple of our Queen sisters, the facility that we're going to utilize for this program we're going to hold August 10th, called Protect the Seed. So the manager of the facility, and the facility's name is named after a black woman. And I learned some shit today I didn't know, you know what I mean? And you guys excuse me right quick. Let me contact my sister right quick and get the name of this facility. And then you guys, here we go. Should go check it out, because I know I will. Right quick, be patient with me. All right, so I'm gonna wait for her response on this. I found out, again, significant information, some I didn't know about this facility on Manchester in Vermont. It's named after someone who, who does not receive or get the recognition she deserves, being that she's a pioneer. She's a pathfinder, man, in terms of her contributions toward, black excellence, empowerment, things of that nature, support for the black community, being an advocate for programs that support black families and whatnot, right? I didn't know this, you know what I mean? And I learned that today, and I appreciate Sister Lasite for breaking that down to me. I love her for it. All respect for that. Thank you. But anyway, as soon as she get back, and hopefully it's real soon, I can give you guys the name of the facility. But I just want to say that anyway. So the individual there is a Mexican that how can you say it, that oversees the facility, manager or whatever you want to call it. So we're having our discussion how we're going to set up, how everything's going to be laid out, and I'm peeping. You know what I'm saying? It's what I do. I observe when Mom don't even know I'm observing. Observation, they say, man, is our best teacher. All right. Observation, they say, is your best teacher. So I'm observing, and I tell you, man, because I've been around them a long time. I understand the subtleties of racism, hate, jealousy, whatever, and that's what I was peeping. You know, but these sisters that put that together, and I didn't want to infringe on what they, brought together, what they, decided to do, in that location. And then, like I said, the sister the psych said, hey, this building, the name on it has great significance. And so that was even more so, that made me fall back even more so. Like, okay, it ain't about me and what I perceive from this cat. We got this facility and it's named after one of our sisters, our queen mothers. So yeah, we should utilize this. Damn what, his, his demeanor is, his consonants, you know what I mean? It didn't matter. And I had to hear him check myself in that regard. But yeah, so our people aren't even running that facility. And I think that's a shame, but it is what it is, right? And that is what it is means then that we ain't been on our game. It's another indication that we're not on our game, man. We're not handling our business. We're not representing everything our people done put down, laid down before us. We're not taking care of it. You know what I mean? So, but you get that, man. We see that coming from all kind of demographics and ethnicities when it come to us. There's no respect. There's no respect. Straight up, bro. So Queen Nzinga said the manager acts like it's his business. You can tell he don't like us. And again, if we pay attention, we observe our environment, our surroundings, we'll see a lot of that every day. A lot of that. Sam Evans said, man, I seen nothing but black people going in the coffee shop, right? And again, here's a situation where, and see, you know what else? This is how oblivious we are to our people. Now, I may not agree with Najee Ali. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying, but I'm the type of individual, I try to make it my business to know certain personalities or brothers or sisters who can influence. I try to be on top of that type of shit. So I'm well aware of this individual based on the fact that my family, before when I was incarcerated, knew of this individual and interacted with him. You know what I mean? So that's how I knew. But the shame is that a lot of us, we don't tend to, focus on the shit that matter. If you're not a rapper, or if you're not somebody just doing something foul and toxic, you get no recognition. The recognition isn't there. Anyway, so yeah, they're going in and out of the coffee company like they don't even see this brother having this conversation about this clown disrespecting, the whole get out, so that's sad. That again, that speaks volumes, man, in terms of what we own, what we're up on and what we aren't, and again, I said initially, we're not on code. We need to be on code, man. And the best way to do that also is, like I said, man, sometimes our people make accusations and allegations. They aren't true. They may not be true, but that's all the more reason for us to go to them first. And it is for us to discern whether or not, are you on some bullshit? Oh shit, oh that happened. We got your back. You know what I mean? That's our work, man. That's our work. I don't know. Anyway, Queen Nzinga goes on to say, if this was back in the day, that dude would have got molly whopped on the spot. It made me think back. I bet you guys not back in the 80s, man, when we went, you couldn't have none of that. None of that. Facts, man. None of that would have occurred without that, being mollywopped. No fact, no doubt, man. Facts. No doubt. Farad say, man, Bub, I'm conflicted in these perpetual protests, bro. Yeah. Not sure we're fighting the right fight or applying the right method. It's already with your brother before you shop with another, isn't there? Thank you. So that's what I was on. So like I said, not a week ago, shit, a month ago, I said, hey, wait a minute, man. Y'all got to make this shit make sense. If we're saying this is what we're going to do, then this applies to everybody. This applies to everybody, man. And this is how we eliminate some of this shit. Now, we may have to, deal with our brothers and sisters because we know we're kind of difficult to deal with from time to time. That's all right. But if we, let's think about that. Let's be serious. Better to deal with our own than anybody else, man. No, we're going to relate one with another when we deal with our own people. In that respect, there's no relation. There's no relating, So yeah, I'm on the same mindset in that. Wait a minute, man. Once, and I heard this a month ago. Okay, damn, and not because I said it, but others have said it. I've read this so many times, man, throughout different comments and podcasts where they're saying, hey man, yeah, so and so next day, next day, next. Matter of fact, let's go now. And that's what I was getting. That's what I was receiving. I'm under the impression 7-Eleven, all of them, hey man, same get out. But we see again, fact, right? I think it's a matter of brother. We're not on cold, man. We're not on cold. See, we avoid this type of shit. And I get your point. I don't know if others do, but this point, man, it's just out there. It's loud. We avoid this, man, by doing what we're supposed to be doing. We're supposed to be on code. So if we do not frequent or patronize these places, we avoid all that. That's a non-issue. It's a non-starter. There's nothing there because we aren't frequenting these businesses. We're not giving them our dollars. But see, when we're not on code, this is the shit that happens. I was telling you guys about 3 weeks ago, a sister going to an Asian shop for something or another, knowing this shit going down, get up in there and people trip out on her, and now she want to record. Y'all did what she doing to me. Hey, but hey, stupid. Excuse me. But hey, sister, then you got the memo. This how it be, man. I hear you loud and clear, bro. I hear you. And again, another point. At what point do we start saying, hey man, enough of this, protesting and all this, man, fuck that. Let's do what we're supposed to do, man. Get done what we need to get done as people. Stop. Hey man, just stop. Let's do us. Be one equals black first. Stop going to these places, man, and giving these people not just action or access to our dollars, but opportunity to disrespect us as they receive our dollars. Come on, man. That don't make no sense. So I hear you, Fat Rat. Black businesses app for our patronage. And I'm glad you said that because I have that in the get out. I was saying last week I'm going to start posting this type of information. So one of our Queen sisters provided me information in that respect. And rather than me wait and talk about it, let me post that. Oh, shit. Yeah, let me put that in there. And first and foremost, I want to drop this, man. And this is to, anybody in Los Angeles, man, that may want to come and attend this get out right here. Like I say, man, going to the get out, man, going to the email address, leave your number. I'm going to put that in here right now. Okay, that's in the get down, right? Leave your phone number. I'll call you and we can RSVP you in order for you and a guest. They have to be on the list in order to attend, to come in, and indulge in this get down. So this is the project, y'all. This is the event. All right. This is the event. And it starts off, we don't protect our children, who will? Mothers of the Community and Under the Groove Podcast present Protect the Seed, a community roundtable for our children. Now, I want to also add to that Yeah, it's for the children. Protect the seed. I don't think that, I'm of the mind, man, that we're not expendable. We have to stop looking at ourselves like we're just throwaways. We're expendable because we reach a certain age and we hard headed and won't listen. That's the majority of us, man. And a lot of us are here, even though we didn't listen back then. You know what I mean? We're here because at some point, sometime, something occurred, something happened, someone said something to us to get us right. So this is why I say, man, I don't think that we're throwaways. I don't think that our young brothers, even when they messing up, they're expendable. That's why I say what I say most of the time. But this is the get down, man. And I think this should pertain to our people, period, point blank. Our children, yes, the seed, yes, they are the future. So we want to, get to them and in some form of fashion secure the future of the people. I get that, but they aren't soldiers, these young babies, man. They aren't warriors. They don't understand a whole lot. And this is why I say, man, our people, man, we need to be all inclusive with our people. No one is expendable because when you want to start disregarding certain aspects of our community, man, because they assholes or they won't listen right now or whatever, we're cutting ourselves short. We're depleting our ranks, you know? So let's just get down, you guys. August 10th, 10:45 a.m., Family Source Center. Let me see if that sister got back with the name of the building. I should have. Okay, maybe she did. Hold on. Dang it. She hasn't got back yet. I'll have the name of that place, man. The name of the is called the Family Source Center, the Children's Collective, but it's actually there's a different name on the building. I'm just trying to remember it. I did read it. I didn't lock it in. My bad, y'all. I'll have it before we leave. Anyway, but there it is, man. Look at the flyer. You guys want to take a screenshot of that thing right now or whatever, but that's what's up. You know what I mean? What's to expect, special focus, contact me, man, a soldier. There are numbers right there. All right. That's to get down. If you're in LA and you may want to attend, you're more than welcome. Just contact me, man, RSVP it so I can RSVP you and any guests you may bring with you. All right. That's one. Now I want to go to this next one. Oh, shit. Okay. Now we were just talking about how we can do our own thing. You know what I mean? Uh, spend black dollars with black businesses to be more, more precise. Oh, shit. Not good. All right. All right. So here goes something that Soldier Denise provided, and I want to share with you guys because it's in that mindset or that that framework in terms of how we spend with each other. All right. So she provided me this. This is one of three. She went and they found black owned grocery stores. All right. In and near LA County. Our community, our dollars, our power. Grocery outlet in Compton, Supermart, Prosperity Market, Simply Wholesome, Daily Organics, Village Marketplace. These are black owned businesses ran by blacks. You know what I'm saying? So y'all might want to get at a look. Check that out. Check that out. Might want to screenshot that one too. All right. Shop black, man. Support our community, and in this way, we avoid a lot of BS. Like Fat Rat was saying, hey man, wait a minute. Are we what do you got? Protesting, boycotting, blacking out, or what? Are we or not? So we got to get to that, man, and start doing the things, man, that would identify us being about the business, standing on these squares we talking about, man. Doing what we're supposed to do. All right, there's that one. I got another one. I got like 3 total. All right, here go another one. All right, now this is another one. And it makes sense, man. It just makes sense, man, to do this because, again, we put ourselves in a better position when we do the things we're supposed to do. So this one is support Black excellence, Black-owned car dealerships and automotive businesses. You know, and ain't no lie. You know, we don't like our cars running boo boo. You know, they got to be up to up to snuff. You know, up to par. They got to run. You don't want our car to be an embarrassment, right? Then stopping on the middle of the road in the middle of traffic. You know, ain't nobody trying to do all that. These are Black businesses, man. Car dealerships as well as automotive shops and businesses, man, where Blacks run this. They are owned by them. They are owned by Blacks. So you guys can check that out. You know what I'm saying? Take a screenshot of that. One in LA, Rose Star Motors, Los Angeles, California. Fitzpatrick Dealership Group in Inland Empire, California. LA Auto Center, Studio City, California. Those are car dealerships. Then other Black-owned automotive businesses to support. Hopper's Shell Station, that's a gas station, LA, California, that's in Compton. Brothers Auto Repair in Compton. Black Pearl Auto Detailing in Inglewood. Unity Towing Services, Long Beach. Yeah, we got the businesses. You know, we have businesses, man, so there should be no problem. All right, it should not be a problem. Last but not least, no. What's this? Last but not least, let's see. Is it this one? Right. All right. These are Black-owned. This one I'm about to show you. You know, because we love our food, right? Sometimes we get lazy. We don't want to cook. Y'all know don't nobody cook better than us, but sometimes we don't want to be in the hot kitchen. So this get down right here. Just get down right here, man. And it's talking about, hey, shop Black, eat Black, support Black. Black-owned restaurants and food trucks in and near LA County. Our community, our dollars, our power. You know? Let me get it a little bigger for y'all. Y'all might want to screenshot this dizzle. All right, it's being an asshole. I hate this. There you go. Yeah, Fixin' Soul Kitchen, man. Dulon's. We know about that one. You know, with Dulon's Soul Food Kitchen, Harold and Bales, two homies. Brothers Keeper Barbecue, Mr. Taste Buds, Original Taco Pete. That's some way back shit. We used to have Taco Pete back in the day, right there on Florence and Bonzella, I think it was. Man, best burritos in the world. Black owned, Black ran. You know, shit. A lot of days we did school, didn't have a dime, man. They feed us. This shit I recall is shit that actually happened. But the original Taco Pete, they still got one or two left. You know, all flavors, no grease. Uh, the all flavors, no grease. The party crab, disrespect nobody. Bahio, that's on Western. Another little spot, man. We can check out. Then you got Southern Girls Desserts, man. The Huddle, Post and Bean, Hotville Chicken, Martha Soul Food, Little Fish, Otium. Yeah, Otium. Hold on, let me get this thing a little bigger. There we go. What was that? Yeah, Otium, Slauson Super Mall, Jolly Oyster, Ray's and Stark Barbecue, Lady Cakes, Savage Tacos, Voodoo Vegan, Vegan AF Food Truck, Antidote Eats, Ahuvo, The Dilla Truck, Moe's Barbecue, Fusion Fridays, Waffle Love, Band's Barbecue, Church Boy Eats, The Oinkster, and Kalo's Barbecue. So yeah, there's no excuse, you guys. You know what I mean? There's no excuse. We have Black owned, Black ran businesses, man, that we can go to, man, should we choose to do that. Again, a lot of us, we turn to, or we're about convenience. You know what I mean? We want to, live in the lap, of convenience, man. And I said this last week. Most of us know this. Just nothing is convenience about our existence here and what we've been through. That ain't been convenient, man. You know what I mean? And when the shit is foul, we do what we do, man. Hey, we get it done. This should be no different, man. If we're gonna be about black first, then that, man, jump in this, get down, man, and do that. Be about that. Avoid all this bullshit from these different demographics and ethnicities who have businesses that supposedly cater to us, for our dollars, but don't respect us, are rude to us, disrespectful, abusive, brutal. Come on, y'all. This is what's up, man. Great point, Fat Rat. I appreciate you for making it, bro. So all this time we protesting this business, that business. Hey, man, didn't y'all get the memo? Stop. Come on, y'all. Black wealth, group economics. Spend black dollars with black businesses. Avoid this shit, man. There's ways to avoid all this shit. So we ain't got to always be out on somebody's corner protesting looking like damn fools. Because most motherfuckers pass by be like, excuse my language, most people who pass by be like, oh, y'all dumb for going there then, Come on, man. Let's get it together. Let's get it together. Fat Rat said, Bub, I'm conflicted in these perpetual protests, bro. Not sure we're fighting the right fight or applying the right method. It's already with your brother before you shop with another, isn't there? Yeah, that's what we were told. We got the memo. We on code. Now what's going on with everybody else? What's happening? Black Businesses app, man, for patronage. And I just showed you guys 3 different ones. And yeah, hopefully you brothers and sisters, kings, queens, took some screenshots of that, man, and we'll pass that around. Make that available, man, to our brothers and sisters, man, so that they know there are, other alternatives, man. There are other options. All right. Real spit, man. Yeah, I got what you meant, Fat Rat. All right, Soldier Denise, how's the sister? Greetings, RGC family and Queens. So let me ask you, Soldier Denise, what's the name of the facility? Lasyke was telling us that, was it Reeves? I forget the sister's name on the front of the building. And Lasyke gave us the history of who this woman was and what she was about. And I know when you pull up on the business, you don't see Family Source Center, Children's Collective. That's not what's on the building. It's our sister's name. The building was named in honor of her because of her work in the community. I forgot the name. Hopefully you have it or can contact Lasyke and tell her to jump in and give us the name of that facility. I would appreciate that, sister. Good to see you up in this get down as well. Fat Rat said, man, look, so now as long as you smile at me and treat me nice, I'm good to hemorrhage your cash and keep that money from circulating within. Pacify me, massa. That's the whole get down. That's what again, damage control. That's all Gus was doing. And and I see, again, I don't have no, disrespect for nobody, man, that's, even involved in that space. But, let's be real when we're dealing with these people. Don't let them off the hook. Don't let them off the hook. You know what I mean? Drill them as the person who is accusing them of the wrongdoing would drill them. You know what I mean? Hey, man, okay, yeah. I understand you still want these dollars, that 90% of your base, your customer, your money, your business come from us. So I get why but hey, man, damn all that. What happened? What did you say? You know what I'm saying? Because I know off the rip, man, they say, oh, shit. My weekly income with this business will be affected. My bottom line will be affected weekly, monthly. That new house I got this mortgage on will be affected. You know, we got the semester coming up in college. My children or my grandchildren, so, you know, there's some, you know, their tuition may be affected. So I got to I got to play the game now, and I got to shuck and jive with these ninjas to get this money, keep this money flowing. Fuck all that, man. Keep that energy, y'all. Keep that energy, man. They're gambling that we're gonna fall off. They're anticipating that we'll lose momentum, that our energy will wane, it will decrease, and we'll go back to normal with these people, man. Come on, man. We can't allow that shit, man. Shit. Don't do it. Quinn and Zinga said, man, a lot of black people are not looking for black business to do business with. We consistently spend with these people who don't like us. It's crazy. Point taken. Point taken. And again, man, there's a lot to that. You know, we got issues with ourselves more than we got with anybody else, man. That's part of the problem, you know? That's part of the problem, man. And we got to find a way to fix this shit, man. We have to be on code, man. We have to be, man. Hey, man, same music, man, same step. You know? One band, man. One band, man. One tune. That's it. I went up in that let me see if I got this, man, because this our brothers and sisters are wrong, man, for a lot of shit that they're doing. Hold on, y'all. Hold on. I'm trying to find this. I need to show this sister in what the hell she talking about, and it's some wrong shit. That's all I gotta say to that. No, I gotta find her. Man, I hope she in here. Let me go back here. Damn, I guess I don't got her. All right. No, don't have it. Damn. I thought I had her locked in. But in any respect, man, she seems to be some type of personality, radio personality or influencer or something. She immediately goes into the get down protecting Gus, right? And you know, wasn't no mention of Speaker Jermaine and what his issue was with Gus. You know, but hey, Gus is a good guy. Gus is this and Gus is that. And in fact, most of the comments supporting Gus are from our sisters, you know, are from our sisters. I have something to say to that, but it's neither here nor there. It's not appropriate. But you know, hey, you know. All right, let me get to this. Hold on, let me read some more comments. So now I was talking about our people want to start this new this black political party. You know, you know, it makes no sense, man. It makes no sense. I'm gonna get to the comments. Let me drop this because this is bothering me. Let me drop this. You know, what was that? Instagram? Yeah, here we go. I hope I can rewind this. I probably can't. All right, here, you know, get a bar of this, y'all.
Political move Black America could make wasn't choosing between two parties that take our vote for granted, but building our own Black-led party. Please share this post with everybody Black. This is the strategy they've been trying to stop us from pursuing since the first time we tried in 1972 at the Gary Convention. This is what we'd have to do. To form a recognized political party in the United States, you must file for official party status in each state you intend to operate.
Okay. We're waiting on that. So my question is we're building it under what? Whose structure? All right. So I'm confused in terms of how our brothers and sisters think they're gonna just start a black political party that's supposed to do something for us, but based upon the foundation of white supremacy. Make this shit make sense, man. Make it make sense, man. How does that change anything when they control? It's their apparatus, it's their foundation, it's their system. All right, that's one. And you're forming it to be recognized by who? Again, come on, man. You talking about separating from master, but you got to go to master to create this separation. It makes no damn sense. Who will this party be filed under? You know what? You know, who do you got to go to establish all this shit? You can't go to black folk and do it. Again, this is a white supremacist. Get down, period. And you're talking about bucking the white supremacist program on their or in their system, on their system. Come on, man, that doesn't make no sense. It makes no sense. Another thing, so let's say they make way for you to go and establish this black political party, right? With what just happened in terms of the 1965 Voting Rights Act, where they pretty much dismantled Section 2 of that get down, you know, by allowing the GOP or MAGA supporters to redraw district lines. So therefore, what that means then, blacks who want to campaign for a seat in, you know, the halls of power, you're in the wrong district. It's not going to happen because that district the black district has now been brought into the majority white district. The only way somebody black can win in a white district is if there's this agreement going on, you know. You know, you got a few black Republicans, and if you pay attention to how they get out, then you know what I mean. That's one thing. Another, let's say, again, man, we get or they are able to secure elections for, you know, let's say 2-3 individuals, because you got to look at it in the realest sense, man. You're not going to get a whole lot of them, but the fact remains that anything they proposing to bring to the floor, House of Representatives, the Senate, anything, first we have to understand that there are assembly bills, shit you got to put before all the rest of the politicians, amendments, resolutions, all kind of shit that got to be voted on. So imagine taking that shit to the floor, even if you had the majority Democrat, and you're talking about usurping the system with Democrats who are ensconcing how the system works. They support it. They believe in it. They trust it. Now here you come, you know, all you ninjas coming here wanting to change. Man, come on, man. Let's make this shit make sense, man. It's not going to work like that. You're not. You can't even bring. You know, you're not going to have enough votes to even have something pass. Man, because you got too many people that's going to be already against you, making sure that they thwart whatever you're trying to bring to the benefit of your constituents. That's just think about that shit, man. Just think about that shit. I'll give you an example. Independence, it's a political party. I think you got maybe one independent. Bernie Sanders. Bernie don't get nothing passed. Bernie got to vote on whatever's on the floor, man. He can vote yeah and nay, but you know his little one vote don't mean jack. Let's say it's 5 of them, so don't mean spit, man. He can't affect nothing. And the independent party been in play for a minute now. Now imagine a black political party coming into the arena, and they're coming saying, "Hey, man, we're about the people. We gonna change the system within the system." Make that shit make sense, man. That man, only a fool would think that that shit is gonna fly. It's gonna do any damn good. Here we are, 2026, man. And if we haven't learned the lessons of everything that's behind us, that's before where we are now, and looking at these lessons as though for what they really are, we ain't got nothing out this, man. And we've been playing this game with them for a long time. We ain't got nothing out this. So our people sitting up wanting to waste energy and money trying to form a political party within a political structure that is racist, that's based upon white supremacy, that's idiocy, man. But see, rather than tell the people, hey, y'all, let's unplug, let's disconnect, let's not participate at all, you know what I'm saying? We're going to start our own black party. That's bullshit, man. That shit ain't going, that's bullshit, man. That's some bullshit.
This involves gathering petition signatures, submitting articles of organization, establishing a party name, symbol, and charter, and registering with the Federal Election Commission. It's a bureaucratic red tape jumbo meant to deter you, but I will not be deterred. I love destroying red tape. We must hold a national convention and ratify a black legislative agenda, a binding platform that every candidate that we run must uphold. Delegates from every state, every city, every community where black people have been underserved, underfunded, and underrepresented, which is every state in this stolen America. Criminal justice, economic investment, education equity, housing, healthcare, reparations policy. This agenda is not a wish list. It is a contract between this party and the people it serves. No more empty promises from the left and no more Project 2025 strategies from the right. Here is where this strategy separates itself from every failed third-party attempt in American history. We are not, I repeat, we are not running a candidate for president, because the presidency is a national race and third parties don't win national races. Instead, we are laser focused on state legislative seats, city councils, mayoral races, school boards, and selected U.S. House and Senate districts, specifically in areas where Black Americans make up a significant share or outright majority of the population.
So that means then the South is out of the question. In terms of what she said, they don't have a leg to stand on in the South. SCOTUS just said that the South can do what they want in terms of redistricting. You know, redistricting. You know, so majority black communities or communities that majority black, they've been nullified, man. They've been rendered effective. You know, they have no effect. I'm trying to understand where she's coming from. I really am.
And a handful of strategic U.S. House and Senate seats can become the deciding votes on the federal level. That's called leverage. I'm asking you to believe in math. There are millions of Black Americans who have never voted. However, I believe a party built by them for them will engage this segment of our population. I hope y'all picking up what I'm putting down. The goal is not rebellion. The goal is representation.
You lost me. The goal should be, it should only be rebellion. See, she want to play ball. They want to participate in the system, in a system that is already told us in no uncertain terms, we don't mean shit in this system. We actually have no place in it other than to serve whatever they deem should be the get out or the program. The goal should be revolution, not participation, man.
Representation equals power. The difference now is we will protect what we build by any means necessary. I hope to see y'all June 13th at the Black Unity Cookout here in Chicago. I love you, black man. I love you, black woman. Knowledge is power. Power to the people.
All right. And I wanted to play that, and I said specifically because I think that's flawed. I think that's flawed. I think there's a flaw in her assessment as to what they think can be accomplished by establishing a black political party on the structured foundation of white supremacy. Man, I don't know, man. Something's wrong with us for real, for real. I don't know. Now, somebody might see it different. And if you do, please drop it in the comments, But I'm telling you guys, man, that right there, we're better off. And I think this is the problem with a lot of us. We don't want to face reality. We don't want to face reality. We don't want to deal with reality. And the reality is, man, they're not going to give us jack. I don't care how many political parties, how many votes, none of that matters to them. We want leverage. Again, one of the main ways to get them, one of the main ways of leverage, having leverage against them is the dollar. That's for sure. The other way, which is also pretty much, it's linked up, it's aligned, is to not participate in a system that is racially motivated. Its structure is based upon racism or white supremacy. You're supposed to not participate with that shit. Don't participate. So the Montgomery bus boycott is an example of not participating and gaining leverage as a result of unplugging. They did the damn thing. Put the city's busing system out of business. Bankrupted it. But some damn fool, after they did all that work, had that leverage, decided to say, okay, y'all gonna ride the buses again. Come on, man. This shit don't make no sense, bro. That was leverage that we squandered. And I have to say it like that because that's exactly what happened. Leverage, our elders, those who came before, they squandered that leverage. They could have took that and say, hey, man, matter of fact, we want a stake in the transit system. We want the city to make sure that our districts receive annually, quarterly, or whatever, X amount of dollars. Because that's showing us that you're helping to build our communities, that you have nothing against us, and you don't mind to see us prosper as much as you do. They squandered an opportunity. That was leverage squandered. What she's talking about will not garner any leverage. Any. Real shit. Real shit. What she's against, what she should be propagating, she denied and she said it out her mouth. We ain't about that. Oh, then you're suspect. In my mind. The way you talking, you're supposed to know the history. You're supposed to know what's been going on for a very long time. And yet you refuse to buck against that by saying, okay, we're going to unplug because I know if we do this, this is how we get real leverage. Instead, no, we're going to participate. We're going to break the system. You ain't broke nothing. Civil rights movement didn't break the system. It didn't break the system. So, I don't understand why they think that makes sense. It's incomprehensible, man, to think that you establishing a black political party would change how this program is ran. That's bullshit. That's bullshit, bro. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. What else I got, man? Because, looking at that one is kind of upsetting. Oh, here go a good one. Here go a good one. Now, this is how to get down, y'all. I tell you, I went and got some gems today. I got to say, man, I went and got some gems today. Check this one out. And everybody's seen this movie. You had to have seen this animation. You had to have seen this. Oh, shit.
Stood up to me.
Yeah, but we can forget about him.
Yeah, it was just one ant. One ant.
Yeah, you're right. It's just one ant.
Yeah, boss, they're puny.
Puny. Say, let's pretend this brain is a puny little ant. Did that hurt?
Nope.
Well, how about this one?
Are you kidding?
Well, how about this? You let one ant stand up to us, then they all might stand up. Those puny little ants outnumber us 100 to 1. And if they ever figure that out, there goes our way of life. It's not about food. It's about keeping those ants in line. That's why we're going back. Does anybody else want to stay?
All right.
There was that ant that stood up.
All right. Now, I hope y'all get the point. And that you can direct that piece to what we're supposed to be doing as people, a collective. So anytime we get together and we're on code, that's a problem for them. That's a problem. There's just a few hundred of, a few thousand, whatever. They're like, oh, we can beat that. We can combat that. But if they all tripping, they lose. They lose. I'm telling you, man, the only way to do that is to we got to be on the same page. We got to be, the code got to be the same. The music got to be the same. The tune got to be the same tune. We won't leverage. We want leverage for real? Unplug. Oh man. Oh my God. Let me run something for you guys right quick because I think it's imperative. I got to make a quick. Oh, great. This one right here. This one right here. I think that's this one. All right, check this one out, y'all. Check this one out. Pay attention.
But the truth is, black people are convicted of more crimes. You want to know one reason why? Because once you're locked up, you can legally be turned into cheap labor. You don't think America would pass up an opportunity to continue our tradition of slavery and involuntary servitude, did you? I was taught in school that the 13th Amendment abolished slavery, but right after it says that, it also says, except for punishment for a crime. And that's the loophole they're still exploiting today. About 2/3 of the prison population, approximately 800,000 people, work while incarcerated. And while much of it is routine work, like cooking, cleaning, and laundry, there's a subset of that labor, especially in private prisons and programs linked to corporations, that is exploitative, low wage, and it resembles modern day slavery. Now, this has roots in something called the convict lease program, which targeted black Americans after slavery ended. And today it continues to disproportionately affect them since they are 37% of the prison population, but only 12% of the American population. So who benefits from this cheap labor? Thousands of American companies profit from this system. States can even use prison labor to save millions on services like firefighting and road work. And the more people locked up, the more money flows, both to corporations and to the states running the prisons who get funding based on the number of prisoners. And let's not forget the private prison companies like CoreCivic and GEO Group and how they lobby legislators, fund campaigns, and sign contracts guaranteeing high prison occupancy, which puts pressure on judges and prosecutors to lock people up, even if it means getting locked up for minor offenses. So these companies keep getting paid. This is the pipeline that feeds the slave labor So you have prisoners working for pennies an hour legally, which benefits thousands of American corporations, private prisons, making money on contracts with the states, and the states say it big. Now, the system may be broken by design, but we still hold the power if we stand together. And one way to do that is to boycott the companies who use prison labor. I recently launched a Discord server where I've included a massive database of many of these companies, including helpful links to current events, history, declassified FBI and CIA documents, campaign finance disclosures, and more. You can find the invite link in my bio.
All right. I'm just saying, man, when our people get to talk, in my opinion, yin yang off the side of their necks, they're missing a whole lot, man, that's going on, man. They're missing that, man. This is a machine. This is a system that's ran a specific way for a specific reason, and it will not allow us to alter it. This just ain't gonna happen. It just ain't gonna happen. Not in that respect, and not in terms of how we have so many of our people say, vote. We could change the system if we vote. It's been the lie for the longest time. That's not gonna change nothing. That's not gonna change a damn thing, man. But when you tell the people, you get them to see what's really in front of them in terms of how to stop something that is working against them, hey, man, you got to get off the track or something, man. You got to unplug, disconnect from it, not participate with it. That's the leverage. And until we do that, you know, these corporations that run this country, same thing, right? All this shit we see going on, man, is going to continue to happen, you know. And these political groups, these political parties, especially this, you know, in terms of what she just said, a black political party, it's not going to change nothing. It's not going to change. Actually, all you're doing is creating another, if it even passes or goes through and they, you know, allow it, at some point, trust and know, man, some of our people are going to sell us out like the people who are already Republican and Democrat that are selling us out. That's the way the system is. It's corrupt like that. You know what I mean? It's corrupt just like that, man. And if you dealing in corruption, I'm going to tell you, that shit will rub off on you. You cannot decorrupt a system unless you're some super virus, and I doubt that that's the case. You can't decorrupt. You can't do that. You're not going to change the system. Nah. Just think about that shit, man. So I think that's just a waste of their time. It's a waste of their energy and money if they're spending it. You know, rather than say, hey, man, you know, just tell the truth to the people. We're in a situation, man, you know, even if we participated in thinking we're going to change it from within, we're not going to succeed because this is where the system is designed to run. Our best bet, man, is to back up from it. And I tell you, man, that's how you get leverage. But again, that's something that a lot of our people be like, hey, man, are you crazy? You know, ninjas, you crazy? You know, hey, man, we're going to have too many people like that. But, you know, we'll have more willing to act like or believe and think that if we start a new political party, we can change some shit rather than those who said, man, you know what? The only way to change this shit is to leave it and leave it alone. You got more of those willing to stay in it than those who are willing to disconnect from it. That's the problem. And I'm telling you, man, you stand in it, ain't going to change nothing. May not believe that. But again, all you got to do is look historically. Just look. Just look at what's happening. At every turn, we're being fooled. We're being exploited, played for fools at every turn. All right, Sam Evans said, man, it's a cash grab, big bub. Yeah, all that. Roscoe says, so our people need to hit his pockets, not spend money at his shop. Ain't nothing to talk about. That's our point. That's what Fat Rat is saying. Like, hey, wait a minute. What the hell? But we already supposed to be on code, right? We already supposed to understand and know that, wait a minute, man. What were y'all doing over there anyway? Why y'all making us look stupid? And what are we doing for real? If we don't get it together, man, we're going to continue to, this shit is going to continue, man. The red dot Indians, you know, the Asians, man, the Jewish, come on, man. Hispanic, Mexicans. Because ain't nobody, we not on the same step, man. We not listening to the same music. This ain't, you know, got instruments playing out of order and everything, man. This shit ain't gonna work, man, unless we get on code, you know. And as long as they see that we ain't on code, that we're not unified, they will continue to exploit us and disrespect us, all the while raking in our dollars, you know, raking in our dollars. I passed up Manchester today, man. Manchester and Western. And I swear to you, I'm at the light. I'm maybe 6 cars from Western, you know, headed east. I see 3 sisters coming out, bags full of hair. A car pulled up, big sister get in, get out, go in. Another car pulled up, another sister go in. 2 more sisters come out, and I'm like, ain't nobody on code, man. And I know for a fact that's an Asian shop. That Louisiana chicken right there on Manchester and Normandy. They ain't black, Asian. Ain't nobody on code, man. So, you know, I don't know what we expect. You know, well, we got a lot of our people saying they expect that if they mount up and create a new political party, we'll get the change we've been hungering for and pushing for the last 200, 300 years. You know, or however long we've been pushing, you know, man. And I think that's a fallacy. That's a fantasy. That ain't gonna happen. It ain't gonna happen like that. And they'll string them along just like they do black Democrats and Republicans. You know, to the point where those same black Democrat and Republicans begin to just go along with the flow. You know? I'm just saying, dog. Remus Coleman, so our people need to hit his pockets, not spend money at his shop. Ain't nothing to talk about. At least that's the way it should be. Antonio, salute right back to you, bro. All right, Hoof Snap, I see you, man. How? Quentin Zinga said, man, it's crazy how quick we trip on each other, yet let others disrespect us without so much as a word. Imagine what we'd accomplish if we defended each other with the same intensity we criticize each other with. Think about that. Think about that. And like I said, man, see, we're not on code because I couldn't have walked up into a business, an establishment, calling myself about to spend my money, you know, and I see this brother, he's having a back and forth with the dude, and I ain't gonna stop and say, what's happening? Because my mind it's already wired to the point where I comprehend that if this brother is having an exchange with him that's not positive, then that's just one brother. Then that means then he would do that to me too. Or I could find myself in that position as well. You know what I mean? How that shit don't register with us, man. Crazy work, bro. See, Fire 1011 said, man, can't live with us, can't live without us. Huh. You know. Damned if they do and damned if they don't. You know? I don't know. Yeah, 100. Tell the truth, Henry. Quentin Zinga say the link to black-owned businesses. That's what that was, yes. You're going to say, Quentin Zinga, the name of the resources center. Oh, the name of the resource center, and that center is the Family Source Center, is Rita D. Walters Learning Complex on Manchester and Vermont, 915 Manchester, West Manchester Boulevard, y'all. The name on the building is Rita D. Walters. Look her up, you guys. You know, the sister Lysyke spoke highly of her. I was not familiar. And I'll tell you something, man. I love the fact, I praise that, any day I'm above ground, man, and I learn something. That's gold to me. Now whether or not this sister was A, B, or C, I don't know, but I was told something that I can go and research and look up and let me see whether or not, these are gems that the sister dropped in my hand. You know what I mean? I can go look, I can find out now, and I can know for myself as much as possible. Get out of here. You coming here messing up. Go. Bye. Yeah, that's my cat, man. This motherfucker get in, she start fucking up shit. Move. So yeah, man. So the sister's name again, I appreciate that, man. Queen and Zinga. Rita D. Walters Learning Center. All right, you guys. All right, Chris, what it do, loved one? He said, man, Socialist Democrats is a party that's on the rise, though. It's more and more of them coming into the fold, and it's slowly getting popular. Yeah, man, just like FBA and all this other shit, man. Listen, and this is what it is, man. Listen, it's just more division that we're creating for ourselves. Again, rather than just say, hey, man, unplug, not participate even. I'm not participating with this system because I know it's wicked. I know it's white supremacist, formed and based. That's the foundation of it. I know it's racist. I'm not going to put it. Rather than do and speak truth to power, because we know what it is, we tend to always want to go look for something that, would excuse what the hell's been done to us, saying that, okay, we can change this. That's like a woman trying to change an abusive husband, just by, continuing getting battered and bruised and beaten, thinking, her bruises, her tears, her pleading, her begging would change this mentality, the psychosis. It don't work like that, man. No battered wife or woman has ever changed the mind of a batterer. No. It just don't work like that, man. We going before anybody say, hey, man, look, we had enough. We're going to do this, that. That don't change shit. It changes absolutely nothing. It changes nothing, man. You could be socialist, whatever, communist, whatever, Marxist, whatever. And by the way, most of those constructs are European. That shit don't change nothing for us. It changes nothing for us, man. Real spit. We got to get that in our heads, man. Farrah said, man, imagine the woman hours that went into her education, bub, and with all of those qualifications, we see training at work. The enemy doesn't teach the value of do for self. Imagine the woman hours that went into her education, bub, and with all of those qualifications, we see training at work. The enemy doesn't teach the value of do for self. Sure the fuck don't. That would be against their get down. That would be, that's like, the enemy having a gun, and rather than shooting us, they shoot themselves in the foot. They're not doing that shit. The education system, man, is an example of that. They're not trying to educate us, man, to elevate us, empower us. What sense would that make? It would be against their construct, man. What they set in place. How the fuck would that work for them? I don't know, man. We got to get together. That's all I'm saying. Zoe the Explorer said, man, power to the people now and forever. Well, we have a saying. Well, I have a saying here, Zoe the Explorer. Power is in the people, man. Can't nobody give us power, man. We wield the power. We embody the power, the source. Be that God or whoever you want to call it. You know what I mean? The power is already in us. You know, it's inherent, intrinsic. It's ours. And that's what they know better than us. See, they'll tell us in a minute, or we'll empower you to do, we'll give you the vote. It'll empower you. We'll give you power. And it's false. It's empty. It has no real teeth, no strength, no nothing. Because why would they give us loaded guns? You know, giving us wooden guns, man, that don't shoot jack, and got us believing that's power. At the very most, it's a club. They'll take a little clubbing every now and then, but ain't gonna change shit. Power's in the people, man. And once we come to that realization, once we accept that, because that is so, the power is in the people. Inherent power, man. You know, it's old power. You know, nothing to stop us. Nothing can stop us, man. You know, and for the most part, we're stopping ourselves. You know, we're shutting ourselves down, man, because we're buying into a lot of BS. We're allowing ourselves to be distracted, man. We're allowing our souls to be infiltrated. You know, they already got our minds on lock. They got our bodies on lock in a lot of respects. They're working on the soul now. They're working on the melanin, man. They're working on the source of our power, man. You know, and that's the best I can explain it for right now, but it's way deeper than that. You know, for those who are of faith-based people, and they really, you know, get the concept or certain scripture that says God is within, they know that that's the power is in you. It ain't up there. It ain't gonna fall down, drop down, all this old shit, man. Can't no cracker give it to you. Can't no white supremacist program system give you power, man. We already possess it. We're just not wielding it. You know, we haven't sparked or allowed that spark to take place, man, that would heat us up, man, that would energize us. We haven't allowed ourselves to be activated because we're allowing ourselves to be activated by this technology, this false shit that's going on, man. We're allowing ourselves to be told that they can give us something that we already possess. That's what the problem is, man. You can't give power to the people, bro. You can't, man. Power to the people, man. Power to no power in the people. The power is in us. You know, I understand the slogan. I get it. But I think that it needs to be it needs to change. Power to the people. The power is in the people to do whatever the people decide to do. Power is in us, man, to make the changes that are necessary. We just don't know how to activate it. And they are grateful of that. They're grateful of that. Trust that. They love when they hear blacks come together and say, we're going to start a new political party. You know, based within and upon a system that is supremacist, white supremacist, racist. We're going to do this on their platform. They love that shit. And they'll say, hey, man, more power to you people. Yeah. Oh, shit, man. Farrah said, man, we outnumber white people 11-1 globally, bub. We have every resource, every skill, every talent. The great whale of the sea. And here we are trying to get out of a damn goldfish bowl. Cold shit, y'all. Convict lease program. Well, you know, Fat Rat, the white guy that was just talking truth to power. We have to admit that first and foremost. Truth to power. All right. He didn't say nothing that was some bullshit. That was truth to power. Now, to add to that, so what they're out loud saying this, you know, these private prisons, these courts first, when they convict our brothers and sisters, they try to estimate how much sweat equity is in them. So if they're going in 18, 19, 20, they're saying, okay, we're going to give you a sentence of 60 years. You know, and they hoping to get 40 years of sweat equity, free labor, slave labor out of our people, man. That 14th Amendment, that shit is, man, it's one of the coldest lies told. Most of us, we say that shit, we recite it, but we're not really reading and understanding what the hell is what they're saying. Oh yeah, don't wear slavery ending. However, motherfucker, we convict you of a crime, your ass a slave. Straight out. Hey man, I don't know what we on, man, but we ain't on the right shit. We ain't on the right shit. Zoe the Explorer said joint venture program. Man, they got this shit so hooked up now, man, where our own people invest in these prisons, these facilities. You know? And they keep it hush hush. I recall we did some research. Remember when the rumor, oh, Michael Jordan invests in private prisons. And then something came up later like, oh, that ain't Michael Jordan. That's another guy named Michael Jordan. And he was da-da-da. Whatever. What the fuck ever. One thing I do know about those who have money that come from melanated persuasion, their advisors, financial advisors, are Jews, you know, for the most part, right? And they suggest where they should put their money. Most of these private prisons, man, y'all go look who on the boards of these things, man, who running these things, man. Names are synonymous with who I just said, straight up. So I don't doubt for a minute that a lot of our people with paper would allow a financial investor to take X amount of dollars and put it in a thing. I don't want to know, just make sure it's on paper. I don't even know. However that may go. All right, Lonzo, what it do, loved one? You say happy Sabbath, man. Evening to the RGC. I hope all is well with everyone. Likewise, bro. You say peace to you, bub, and your family. Hope all is well. Right back to you. Peace and prosperity, bro. Good to see you up in this. Get down with us. You know, I'm about to cut it short, but nonetheless, man, better late than never. Good to see you up in here. Queen and Zinga say, have a wonderful weekend, kings and queens. Take care of yourselves until we meet again. Black first. Black first, everybody. Last one, bro. Fat Rat say, man, the concept of free labor is understated in all of our arguments, bud. America was built on it. Can't survive without it. And exploits it in every crevice to survive. And so that's why I said we want to talk about real leverage. See, we got to know what it applies to. How do you get leverage? How do you actually get leverage on these people? This shit is built on this capitalism, labor. Every bit of it, man. Every bit of it. Unplug from that. Fall back from that. Not participate in that and see what happened to the system. It won't be able to function. And that would just be us. For instance. That would just be us backing up. It would wreck the system. It would wreck it. A lot of us may not think so, you know, but hey, you want leverage? We really want some leverage, y'all. All we got to do is tell them, man, hey, man, No mas. No more, man. We ain't playing this game no more. We done with this shit. Until, y'all come to our table with some serious incentives, starting with reparations, for instance. Until then, hey, yeah, we'll find a way. We've been doing that. We're resilient people. We're the chosen one. We'll be all right. Man, shit. But I think the hardest sell is to our people of that. You know what I mean? Just how resilient we are. You know what I mean? That we're the chosen people. That's a hard sell, man. To a people that have been through unimaginable shit, man, that no one else can say they can even relate to, and still would have the audacity to say we're still here. You know what I mean? Come on, man. All love, man, each and every one of you guys, man, and sisters, man, our kings, our queens, our goddesses, and our gods, man. Peace and prosperity, man. Each and every one of you, man. Continue to love yourselves, man, and spread that love to others, man. All we need is love, man, in the realest sense, amongst ourselves, man, with self initially, but as a whole, man, that's all we need, man, is love. And when we got that, man, we got, the wherewithal to make sure we're taking care of not just ourselves, but each other. We take care of each other. We in such a way that we wouldn't just walk by a black man having an exchange with another individual that don't sound right. You know what I mean? We're gonna be mindful of that shit. That's where that love come from. That love gonna stop you cold. Like, hey, what's going on? Everything all right, brother? In fact, I ain't going nowhere till you all right. Love yourself, man. So we love each other. Take care of yourself so we can take care of one another, man. And know that this is a fact. Power is in the people, man. We got the God gene. We got the God gene, and that, you want to talk about some love. That's love. That's love. We got the God gene. We got what nobody else got, man. And that's part of the problem. That's the jealousy aspect of it. The jealousy coupled with fear and everything else, man. Why did he choose us? Or why did it choose us? Why did she choose us? Whatever. We got that. They want it. We got to take care of it. We haven't been, man. Power is in the people, man. Each and every one of us got that, man. Nurture it, man. Allow it to be activated, man. Do what the hell we got to do, man. All love, man. Take care of yourselves and each other, man. You are, you have been, and you will be under the groove. One love, everybody. Catch you guys on the next one. Enjoy your weekend. Be safe, vigilant.